Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. It's your boy Cool Rob, cooler than cool, cooler than the most, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Welcome back to another episode of Cool Rob TV. Thank you so much for all the love and support y'all showing me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Don't forget to subscribe to Cool Rob TV, all caps. Leave comments, like, dislike, engage with me and engage with us. Go down and leave comments because we're always looking for new people to come on these shows. Shout out to Movie Hood TV. Show some love. Show us some love and show us some love. Glad I got all that out. The fellas is here. They're the panels tonight. We're about to get it in. But before I introduce them, let me introduce my co-host for tonight's show, the lovely Ashley.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
Thank you so much. If y'all don't know, Ashley was a part of that all women's panel. She rocked it. So just go on my page, go to my YouTube page, go to that What's on Your Mind 30 Minutes with Cool Rob women's panel, and y'all see for yourself. Thank you so much for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Fellas, you see where I'm going to start, man. Mike Allen, bro, if I had that name, I'd be married right now, man. It's the coolest name I've ever heard, man. What's up, Mike Allen?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Good to see you, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, man, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming, bro. KJ, I always say the same thing to KJ, y'all. I just barely known him for about 3 weeks, but I feel like I know him for 30 years. Yesterday was 25, now with him 5 more years, 30. What's up, bro?
Doing good, man.
How you doing?
Good.
Appreciate you, bro. Virtual hug, man, always from over here.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
good.
it's my man, y'all. I mean, I don't know what to say, man, since I was 17, man. And the work with you.
How about, I'm talking about, shoot, we're talking about middle school too, man.
Long,
That's the crazy part.
This guy right
Yeah.
here. I could truly say he's a brother, man. How you doing, brother?
As always, I'm here, living.
He tagged in, right? Hit him up, he here, man. That's how you gotta do it. Thank you so much, bro.
More than welcome.
Donnie, you know, I tell you, I call Donnie every morning. And I just start off the conversation. You a wild dude. That's how we call you, Donnie. What's up, Don?
Man, I'm cooling, man. I'm taking it easy, bro. I'm taking it easy. Good to be back on the panel, man.
Thank you so much, man. The guy that questions everything, man. Green Vegan. This is my man.
And shout out to Ashley too. I watched the show. You held it down, so shout out to you.
Thank you.
Ashley,
Dude.
bro, y'all trust me. I need to go back.
Yeah.
And look, man. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. And we back for another episode of What's on Your Mind 30 Minutes with Cool Rob. I always say the clock don't start till I ask the first question. All right. So before we get started, fellas, y'all ready?
Ready?
Miss Ashley, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, man. So before I ask that first question, I'm gonna turn it over to Ashley.
All right, fellas, we're going to start with some statistics. So, Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women.
Fellas,
You said, hold on. You said pregnancy-related causes?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
got something for you, fellas. The women's population in jail has increased 8 times higher. More than 60% of women in state prison has a child under the age of 18. Ashley?
54% of women overall admit to cheating in 1 or more relationships. 14% of married women admit to having an affair at least once during their marriage.
Fellas, do you also know that 47.6% of women out here today is on online dating sites? 40% has increased amongst women in cheating. Last but not least, in a world where 13% of women admitted to having sex with another guy other than their husbands, I asked each and every one of you what's on your mind, and I'm gonna start with Donnie.
The usual. This is what society promotes. They over sexualize everything. This is what we see on TV. This is what we hear in our music. You know, it promotes a lifestyle of disrespect to your loved one. So you really don't get the honor. I'm not saying everybody, but most don't really cherish and honor their significant others. They it comes with limitations. It comes with certain what you call reputations that they want to uphold because of people who they look up to or people who they listen to, people who they vibe with. You know, I just think we living in a society where nowadays, like, I don't think the ancestors had basically like laid down and had sex the way we do. You know, I think they more so did it more so for its natural purposes, to bring forth life, to procreate. I think that we actually do all the shit to where we, in these states, in this day and time, in our society, we do it to where we like, it's more so a pleasure thing. And if a baby comes, fuck it. Sometimes, you know, they make the decision of, you know, well, we're going to try to make it happen. And some mom just ain't mentally strong enough to think that they can actually be a parent at the time. So, you know, I just think that everything is over-sexualized, man. I think that they do a good job of promoting it in order to turn people's minds out that way. It's like it's mind manipulation when it comes. Basically, to sum it all up, I know I just said a lot, but it all comes down to mind manipulation, to what society promotes.
Thank you for starting it off. Mike Allen, when you hear those statistics, what's on your mind?
Hearing those statistics, basically just shows that it may be several things. One thing may be that, you know, that the individual was never really in love with them like that in the first place. When you talk about marriage and cheating and different things like that, or maybe that they're looking for something else as far as mentally to stimulate them. With most women, and Ashley, she can probably, it's a mental thing. They like to be stimulated with the mind. They want to be felt like they worth, you know what I'm saying, they're worth something, and maybe that's what they're missing in that relationship or that marriage or anything. So it causes them to go out trying to seek what they're missing. You know, we was already told that, you know what I'm saying, sex is, you know what I'm saying, women, you know, they love sex, but if they focus more on the mental than they in the emotional than they do the actual physical. So
thank you, brother. Brother O, when you hear those statistics, what's on your mind?
When I hear those statistics, the only thing I can think about is basically when it comes down to being in the know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be on both sides of the ball game. You gotta be the person that's also been the one that's been in a relationship versus the one that was outside the relationship. And when it comes down to it, like the person who's initiating it all is the one that's having problems, you know, the issues of, I would say, self-esteem, communication, acceptance. You know, it's a lot that comes with it. And when you hear about people who have significant others, or they have somebody who they're married to, and they're just like, you know, I'm just out here, you know, my wife or my husband, you know, they love me to death, but I just need more. Like, you're dealing with some people out here that, like Donnie said, over-sexualized. You got Michael that said, you got people that are looking for something they're not really getting. So when it's communication, you got a lot of people out here that want relationships, but don't have the maturity behind communicating, or just in general of saying, hey, this is what I'm about. My car's up on the table. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. You know, just being real with people up front rather than taking somebody on a merry-go-round. And then, you know, it's not just with women when it comes down to saying, they say men love sex, but women love like sex. But as far as sex, like men love to fuck and women fuck for love. That way of going around, I mean, it can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? Where you got people out here that want something that's stimulating, but more so in the sense of, is this real? Is this something I can actually say this is a person who's really into me? Versus this is somebody who is just trying to get it off, get theirs and then be on their way. So over sexualized, I say it's more so there's a group of people out there that are wanting and needing it. They're not getting it. They don't know how to communicate to their partner for it, and at the same time have other ways of going out there to getting it. And you would have the slightest idea that he or she was cheating on their significant other just by the routine they go by. And it's just like 10 minutes over here, 5 minutes over there. You never know what could happen. So that's my input.
Good stuff right there, bro. KJ, when you hear those, what's on your mind?
Can y'all go back through the stats for me? I just want to make sure I give y'all,
You the man, bro. Ashley, you ready? Oh, let me get started. You ready, Ashley?
I am ready. So I'll go. Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. Go ahead.
Then I said,
hold on. Can I answer that one first?
All right, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it's a healthcare thing, man. You know what I mean? Like lack of resources. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes, you'll be surprised how many of us got kids and we ain't even got life insurance. You know what I mean? So when you talk about the healthcare thing, man, like I say, economic development, man. You know what I mean? Access. You know what I'm saying? We have to start creating a financial base for our families, and I think, a lot of those numbers are geared towards poverty-stricken and underprivileged communities.
So can I just say something really quick? I know for me as a Black woman, like I have health insurance, I have life insurance for my children. However, I just think it's the Black women in America are unappreciated and we're undervalued. I do believe that when we go to the doctor and tell the doctor we have a problem, they do not believe us because Black women we're always taught that we're strong. We got to fight for everything. We're strong. We take care of everybody. We're nurturers and stuff. So when it comes to Black women and pain and pregnancy and childbirth and all that stuff, when you go to a doctor that don't look like you, they normally don't believe you.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So how many, well, first of all, a lot of times when they see a woman, that woman might be by herself. She don't have a man in her life. So the whole narrative of her being strong, I think that's developed over the course of that woman or women being broken by a man or men so many times to where it's like, oh, I'm strong because I have to be. But that same woman that's saying she's strong, she goes home at night and cries on her pillow because she wants that strength that a man has. I mean, and the other side of that is how many of our young Black children are being told that, they're being told that they can be whatever they want to be, but do they actually have the resources to attain that? You know what I mean? We can tell a kid all day, oh, you could be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. But if that kid isn't put in a pipeline to where he can actually attain that, after a while, he no longer believes it. I mean, this is why sports and entertainment is heavily promoted in our community. It's like the only way that I can.
Oh man.
I think KJ went out a little bit with Mike. I got a question for you, Mike. Because you're a married man, right? So when you
married man, happy.
There you go. So when you hear 13% of women admitted,
you with me?
You just came back in, brother. You want to go ahead and finish?
Yeah, I was just saying we got to really start planting seeds in our kids to where they really believe what we're saying. You could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer. Hey, guess what? I got a savings set aside for you to actually go to college and try to do this. You know what I mean? Because the reality is you're not getting that opportunity with C-level grades.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to be damn near the top of your class and on top of your shit. I mean, you know what I mean? For the lack of a better word.
So I got a question for you and my boy Mike, because both of y'all happily married. So my question to both of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 13% of women admitted to having sex with someone else other than their husband. As a married man, I gotta know what's on your mind when you hear that.
Okay, so for me, I mean, the thing is, we gotta look at why. You know what I mean? So it's like, a man has to first break him. You know what I mean? Like we say, we want to be married, we want to be loved. Your lifestyle got to line up with what you're saying. You know what I mean? You can't want that, and deep down inside, you know that you're not really that guy. And also, you don't want the flip side of it for a woman. I mean, if that's what she wants to do, I mean, let her do it. But for me personally, my thing is, I'm the star of the show. So if you cheat on me, hey, do what you do. I'm gone because I'm a star. I'm gonna find me another show to go to if that's what I choose to do, because I'm a star, and that's just my approach.
Mike.
First of all, say that question one more time so I make sure I give you exactly what.
When you hear as a happily married man, 13% women that's admitted to having sex with someone other than their husbands, as a happily married man, what's on your mind when you hear that?
When I hear that, my thing is something is going on to where they're not happy. Something has occurred, or some things they've been going through or feeling a certain way for so long, to the point where they seek it somewhere else. It could be neglect. It could be neglect. My thing is, if you know a lot of hardworking men, they work hard, lots of hours to take care of the family, different things like that, and they don't have a balance to where, you know what I'm saying, to spend time with the kids and the missus, you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot of things. Neglect. Domestic violence, that would, you know what I'm saying, they crowd help to other people, you know what I'm saying. And again, it's a stem. Marriage is work, you know what I'm saying. It's hard work, but it could be done. It can definitely be done. But my thing is, for those who not really willing to put hard work in their marriage, don't get married. Just you know what I'm saying.
Agreed.
The good stuff right there. And Ashley, I'm gonna let you finish it. As a woman,
all right,
these statistics, what's on your mind?
As I stated before, like I just feel like in this day and age, like Black women are just unappreciated, undervalued, and like you said, like a lot of men want a lot of things, but they're not willing to offer much. So it's like, you can't tell me that you want to be with me, but neglect me at the same time, and then expect me to not get what I'm missing from somebody else, whether it's right or wrong. I just feel like when you enter a relationship with somebody, you gotta come correct. Like, either you want this or you don't, but you can't come halfway and then not expect me to stray somewhere else where to get what I'm missing that you're not, being able to provide at the moment. So that's how I feel.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
All right. So is it when it comes to female and male relationships, a lot of people believe that males and females can't be friends, strictly platonic. So I'll start with Mike. Is it okay for your wife to have a male friend? Why or why not?
Wow. I believe that it's fine for her to have a male friend, as long as it doesn't disrespect the boundaries. It's certain things that, you know, saying that you just don't do. And I had that situation. The male friend or the female friend, whichever, reverse roles, whatever, you got to have some kind of common sense and decency and respect for the other person. I'll give you an example. I wouldn't want my wife's male friend calling all types of night. That's disrespectful. Or she wouldn't want any of my female friends to call or anything like. And also, we just living in an era where, you know what I'm saying, trust is, and it's not because anybody did anything wrong. Of course, you have the media. You look at all these movies or sitcoms and stuff like that of people cheating and infidelities and different things like that. And isn't, you know, but yeah, my thing is I'm cool with my wife having male friends as long as, you know what I'm saying, as no disrespect is presented. Once the disrespect is presented, yeah, I have a big problem with that.
Donnie, how do you feel about that?
I'm gonna answer from my perspective. I'm a historian. For most who don't know, I do a lot of research on ancient cultures and history and stuff like that. So to me, it's on the guidelines of respect. I mean, to me, like, I'm one of those who I don't believe in marriage as far as the title. Marriage to me is the sacred respect between the man and his woman. If you don't respect your man or your woman, then you're vulnerable to have slip-ups. You're vulnerable to get into whatever comes without the regards of your man and your woman. But if you respect them as you say you love them, because love is respect. And if you love me, that means you won't do anything to hurt me. Physically, mentally, or emotionally. You won't do anything to hurt me. And I should give you that same respect. So I feel that the proper woman or the proper man who knows themselves wouldn't even be in a situation or area to gain a male friend or a female friendship, because that male or female friend would be the one who they love. It's just how I feel about it. Not saying that you can't blend and, it's a man and woman's world. Everybody can be cool. We can have get-togethers and stuff like that. But personal friends, confiding with and texting and going out, I just don't think the ancestors rolled like that, so neither will I do.
Good stuff, bro.
Oh, that was really good. So is it a thing where if you all can be friends together, like, is it kind of like a no new friends thing? Or if the guy was already there before you, would you, build a really, like, for instance, with me and my husband, we can't have outside friends if we all can't be friends.
Right.
So if all of y'all were friends, is that still something that you don't believe in, or is that okay?
No, that's perfectly fine, because there won't be any undercover embarrassments and people being put in, because we got to look at, like I say again, the society we live in. Look at everything that we see, look at everything that we hear, that goes on when it comes to that. I've been situations myself with women that I've dealt with. And like you said, had previous friends from, before me, before they met me. And then, that ended up causing turmoil with what we had going on. Because of, like I said, the guidelines of respect, as the brother Mike spoke, as the brother Mike mentioned earlier, you got phones, blowing up and jumping and shit all night long. You know what I'm saying? You going from this club, you out partying, you at that event. It's just certain guidelines of respect. I just feel that you shouldn't do to your better half. If you love and respect them the way you say you do, then you were showing in your actions. That's just what it is.
Ophis?
Well, my input on this, basically, you gotta have respect for the other half. If that's your ace boon and y'all are like two peas in the pod, then y'all wouldn't do anything to break the trust between each other. Because first and foremost, you gotta know who you're dealing with when you first dealing with the individual that you saying, I love you to. You just can't be out here just being infatuated with the external that you see and then say, oh, that's what I want to marry. You know what I'm saying? That's the one. And that's what a lot of people get caught up in. They're getting caught up in this facade of the shallow way of thinking of, okay, well, they do this and they do that. Not that spiritual, like my man Greedy Vegan. I'm pretty much into the spiritual realm as well also too. So it's like, if you're a soulmate, you'll know. No matter what height, no matter what size, it's like, oh, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. I can't, this is the one. Until something come along, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's the thing. It's not just one soulmate out there. You know what I'm saying? So the problem with, like I said, with the whole trust thing is you have to know who you're dealing with. Because if you are a very compassionate individual, homebody, very, very, very in depth with your moral compass and whatnot, right? You on the right path, whatever you think is the right path, and you come across somebody, and your assumption of the next person or this person that you come across, you say, oh wow, that's the one, that's the person, and they the total opposite, but you still want to pursue this person, and they know it's like this. Let's just say the other half is pursuing you, and you're the other half pursuing them. But it's like that. It's like two magnets trying to come together, but it's the negative charges. It's like it's not happening. It's not gonna connect. You can forget about it. They try to force something that nature or chemistry is not allowing, and then say, okay, we're gonna make it work regardless of what anybody else say. We're gonna make it work because we love each other. Down the line, and in the back of your head, you automatically know, man, this is not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We're not compatible. Right. This is never going. It's never going to excel to what I need it to be. Or everybody got two different paths. Of course, that's what led back to the last question that was asked about the whole statistics about the cheating thing or the you got apps now. You know what I'm saying? You can just swipe left, swipe right, and without remorse, just cut somebody's head off. Like, oh yeah, next. To the next person. And it's just that once you get in that type of mind frame, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over for anybody to be genuine with you in that out, whatever. But if you really with somebody and he's saying, yeah, this is who I need to be with, they gotta be the same, like they say, equally yoked. They gotta be on the same wavelength as you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not married, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I got two parents that are still married 39, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that I gotta be on the same wavelength where, hey, my mind frame is like this. Okay, my mind frame is like this. Okay, then we both on the same page. Have you done bullshit in the streets? Sure have. You done running the streets? I damn sure have. We ain't got nothing else in common out in the streets. We got friends that are pretty much on the same path as we are. Bam. To be continued. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way, things can work in that type of, like that power couple type of dream. Or like they say, oh, this is relationship goals. But, not everybody's relationship goals picture-wise. Like, that's what everybody looks at. They look at the picture and say, oh, that's it. That's what I want. I want that right there. It seems so good, like Cardi B and Offset. I didn't want to bring it up. But that's a prime example right there. And, of course, we all had our experiences of being in type of situations where you be like, damn, you can't stop cheating, or damn, you just can't stop doing what you. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone. And I've had my own episode personally, but I'm like, was with somebody for 4 years thinking this was the one, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta go. Like literally left. So that's the thing we gotta understand. Before we get into these marriages, before we propose, before we even say I do, before we even think about even saying I love you. You know what I'm saying? Much less falling in love with the orgasm. That's what most of us are doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just falling in love with the orgasm and I love you. No, you don't. Before we get into that mode, we gotta know who we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Then we gotta know who we're dealing with ourselves first, before we can tolerate anybody out here. Because that's the number one thing. You gotta know be right with yourself, have peace of mind with yourself. That person gotta have peace of mind with themselves. And then on top of that, from that point on, y'all flourish or y'all fall. But like my man KJ said, at the end of the day, you are a star. You know what I'm saying? There can be only one in this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. If you want to cheat, congratulations. You stick with that one. You can't come back to this person. That's it. You know, or if you even think about, like I say, before you think about cheating, think of the consequences. And karma. I'm a big believer in karma. So yeah, that's one thing I look at as well too. So yeah, that's my input.
Fall in love with
real.
And last but certainly not least, I'm excited to hear his opinion. So KJ, how do you feel about that?
Man, anybody, I talk about God and family a lot. So my thing is, if you got a godly woman, her life is already lined up with who she should be to you. You know what I mean? Like, but to answer the question, directly, of course my wife can have friends. But guess what? Her friends are my friends and vice versa. It's nowhere on the planet that I go where she can't go. And if there is, we need to talk about it, because you need to remove that environment from your life. And I also think that it can be detrimental to be hanging out with your single friends.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like you can conversate with them, of course, but when it comes down to how to tweak your marriage and make it better, you have to counsel with other married couples, because single people don't understand marriages. Because the thing is, in the Bible, it's like, once you get married, you don't even belong to yourself anymore. You belong to your spouse. So, y'all have to, do a lot of consulting with each other to work that thing out and make it successful.
Good stuff. Yeah, y'all ready to start it.
Can I raise my hand?
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to challenge the brother KJ. I agree with most of what he said, but I just think that I'm leaning towards and say I disagree. I'm gonna say I disagree when you say a single individual can't tell a married couple good advice. I disagree with that.
No, well, can I say something to that?
Go ahead.
Sure.
So what I mean by that is, say like for an example, sometimes you got married people, single folks that don't got good intentions. You married, and that single person, they want you. So they're not telling you anything good. So basically, that single person doesn't understand why you even gotta consult with your wife on the level that you are, because he or she don't have that same level of accountability to go home to.
That's not always the case though, because people, things happen in people's lives to where people can actually give you some good advice because of the experience that they went through also in that same type of area. So that's all I was saying. That's not always the case and shit, Yeah. Just because someone's single or their relationship didn't work out with their companion don't mean that you can't learn from their experiences and pick up certain rights and wrongs. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, O, and then after O, I'm gonna ask the next question.
Yeah, I wanna piggyback on Greedy Vegan. Pretty much, yeah. I'm a single man myself. you know, I could have been married 10 years ago, 13 years ago. Who knows? I was gonna be single. But you can always give good advice. You know what I'm saying? And you don't always have to be single to be like, yeah, I want your wife, or I want your husband. Sometimes the married couple or the wife or the husband may go after the next friend's wife or husband. You know what I'm saying? Just because y'all friends don't mean nothing for real. It don't mean shit for real. That would be the coolest of friends. Oh, we hung out back in the day when we did X, Y, and Z back in the day because y'all know each other. It's that saying that Bob Marley has said, your worst enemy can be your best friend, and your best friend your worst enemy. So it's like when one knows your spouse or your spouse is friends with your whatever y'all got going on, that's all they may have to take is that, what time do they come home? I don't know. They getting on my nerves. You never know. You never know.
All advice is not good advice, though.
Exactly.
No.
All right, Mike, I'm coming to you next with the next question. Do women have to have certain qualifications to be considered a good woman?
Like I said, my thing is, you remember, you have to reword that question. What was a good woman to me? Because everybody's different. A good woman to me is one who is loyal, who's God-fearing, who works well with the kids, who compliments everything that I don't know how to do. She compliments. A good woman is the person who is faithful, who can cook, clean, do all this. A good woman to me is one who is understanding, who will listen to me, even though and put me and set me straight. Sometimes, you know, a good woman to me, you know, like I said, is the one who who's not really all about the hoorah and extra stuff. That ratchet stuff that they do these days. That's a good woman to me.
Oh, do a woman have to have certain qualifications to be considered a good woman to you?
Well, all she gotta do is be herself for one. I mean, that's easy said than done. But like I said, when it comes to her being a good woman, off break, it just has to be chemistry. It just has to be something where she can see me for who I am, and we automatically just reciprocate the same amount of energy back and forth. And like I said, mainly it's about the chemistry. Qualification wise, like she gotta be bringing to the table the same amount that I'm bringing to the table. You know, if it's 50-50 or 100-100, it ain't just gotta be she cooking. I cook too. You know what I'm saying? I clean too. Before I marry anybody, my mama taught me straight up, ain't no woman gonna be looking out hand and foot after she don't work 8 hours. So you better be fending for yourself before you meet up with a woman, because most women ain't gonna take care of no man these days. And this is before the 21st century began. I was only about 7 years old when she taught me this. This is the time she started teaching me how to cook. So it's like from that point on, she just gotta have the basic qualities that you would look for, that you would see in your mom if you were your father, to say, not saying on that creepy mode, but like saying, yeah, my pops is my mom's life. You see a pops and you be like, yeah, Pop was a cool cat, but I can understand why he did, he does mom, because mom is cool too. So you would look for something similar to yourself. Or like, this is something I've learned as well also too, when it came down to certain women, as far as when they become lesbians on that dominant type of level, they look for the idealistic man. So when you look for your idealistic woman matches you. It's pretty much a twin flame type of thing on the spiritual level. So it's like, once you see that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you'll know who your good woman is from the time you meet. So it's like qualifications. Everybody's qualifications are different. I just, hope that she just got her mind right, number one, when it comes down to like, setting foundation, building, progressing together, not separate, you know what I'm saying? And not have to be forced to do it, but be wanting to do it. because they see something within. So it's like, hey, let's do it. That's what I think a good woman is.
Good stuff right there. KJ.
Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
I got you. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Do a woman have to have certain qualifications to be considered a good woman?
Yeah, man. I mean, she gotta be God-fearing, and she gotta love family. I mean, because that pretty much falls in line with everything that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? And and when I say God-fearing, it's much more than saying, "Oh, I believe in God." You know what I mean? You have to. I think a lot of people throw a lot of surface things out there. You know what I mean? Like you hear a lot of people say they believe in God, but you ask them, have you spent any time with them words? And they can't even tell you the last time they opened the book. And I'm not saying I'm perfect or I read every day, but I'm saying having that fundamental knowledge is very important.
So let me ask you a question. So you wouldn't, if you were not married, you wouldn't date someone that didn't believe in God?
I mean, well, when you say don't believe in God, are you saying the young lady is an atheist or?
Well, maybe I should reword it.
Don't believe in the biblical God or the God.
Right. Because you never know. Like sometimes God could be using you to save her. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at. So I would never say that I wouldn't, marry a woman that doesn't have that biblical knowledge. Because, like you said, God could be using me as a vessel to reveal my God to her. So, I mean, definitely, you know what I mean?
Mike, I see you shaking your head, but I'm going to go to Donnie. I'm going to come back to you before we get to the next question. Donnie, the woman have to have certain qualifications to be considered a good woman.
I mean, like everybody agreed on the panel, I agree also, it's everybody has their particular qualifications,
What's yours?
The thug on the street, he want a hoe. The working man, he want a housewife. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their particular qualifications, but like I said, me personally, I'm more of a historian with the aspect and my particular perspective on life. So a good woman, her overall qualifications will actually deem her to be a good woman is the thorough knowledge of herself and her woman's persona. She needs to recognize and understand that she is a creator. She is a life giver. She is the one who brings forth life into this earth. So therefore, she is the most powerful as peace. So if she understands that, then she will thoroughly, automatically be a good woman. And she will not flaunt herself. She won't put herself out there in harm's way. And she'll be about family and everything that came in between her legs, which is the life that she's given.
Good stuff right there, bro. And Mike Allen, you were shaking your head. Why?
I was shaking my head. I mean, I kind of agree with my brother KJ. And I heard what Ashley said, but as far as marriage and different things, yes, we are vessels, and maybe, we can convert them to that. But that will be at the dating stage of the of the relationship. You can't, I wouldn't, let all that, and this is just me speaking. If I'm being that vessel to be able to minister to the young lady, my thing is that would be at the dating stage, during the dating stages of the relationship. How can you love me the way I want to be loved if you don't love God? So, I mean, I do believe what they definitely saying, but however, it's everything is dealing with timing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
good stuff right there, y'all. Ashley?
All right. So when it comes to men and women and cheating, a lot of y'all know that it's always a double standard.
Mm-hmm.
So, fellas, if she cheated, would you give her a second chance? And I will start with O.
Nope.
Like my man.
Care to elaborate?
She wouldn't give me a second chance. I went over there and stuck my dick up to somebody else. So why would I want to do the same thing? I mean, STDs is at an all-time high right now. ETDs as well too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there is no need to sugarcoat anything when it comes down to that part. If you fucks with me, you fucks with me. If you want out here and mess with somebody else, that's what you dealing with. And you done already told me through action. This is one thing I learned. You gotta listen to actions over words. Period. So yeah, you do that. Here's my reaction. I'm done. Take you back for what? I mean, for what?
So if you cheated, would you expect for her? Would you get upset if she didn't take you back?
Nope.
Okay, I can respect that.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't, because I mean, we gotta look at the fact we're all human. No one out here is a robot, like you said before. Y'all black women are undervalued. They look at y'all like, oh, they don't feel no pain. They don't feel no pain. What's the same? They look at us. Oh, they don't feel no pain. Niggas. They don't. What are we? But as a collective, we don't feel shit, right? That's why they killing us out here left and right. But we feel emotion. We feel pain. We are human beings at the end of the day. So at the same time, if I go out here and cheat, yeah, it's gonna hurt me worse because I went out here and went with something temporarily to get permanent taken away permanently, you know? And that's just the thing. The consequences gonna sit with me even more because I'm the one that's at fault. I'm the one that's guilty. I'm the one that didn't say anything. So to be, baby, please come back, baby, please. But what? Keep it pushing. You know what you did. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with if you got cheated on. To say, okay, I think we should make things work. Fuck that. Young, you knew what you did when you made the decision to drop them drawers. I'm out. That's it. That's my answer.
KJ?
Yeah, I mean, as I stated earlier, I mean, I'm the star of the show. That won't be tolerated. I mean, and if I can elaborate on that, I mean, you know, cheating is associated with, oh, I did something you ain't gonna find out. You know what I mean? When we think of cheating. So, I mean, the thing is, why cheat? We all adults. If you need something else, let me know and free me up. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying about taking, you know, advice from single people sometimes. You know, once you decide to get married and all that stuff or relationship, you have to know what environment you're putting yourself in. Because it's like cheating doesn't just happen. I mean, cheating is a process. You don't go nowhere and stumble up on somebody to cheat with. I mean, you first put yourself in that environment, probably in an environment you shouldn't have been in.
Good stuff, bro.
Donnie?
Not at all. Not at all. I can't do it. You know, I definitely it's more so a respect thing for me. You know, that's just total disrespect to me, and I just can't do it. I will not accept it. She will not get a second chance from Donnie. It is what it is, you know. Especially when, you know, like I'm gonna put it all the way out there how I see it. Like cheating is disrespect. Disrespect is disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like when you let's look at the analysis, as you said, when you're dating and stuff like that. I told her I don't deal with none of that. I don't believe in dating. I don't believe in engagement. I don't believe in marriage and all that. I believe that your energy comes together. Your masculine energy connects with the feminine energy, and them energies come together and bring forth life. And that's what it is. You start a family. And once you start to thinking about it, you want to go, this woman getting the thought in her mind that she want to go open her legs up and potentially bring in family from another energy source, you don't bring friction. You don't cause some static now and shit. So now we don't have a concurrent flow of good energy. You don't bring forth the negative. You know what I'm saying? You don't enter something that ain't supposed to be there. So you got trust issues after that. You got a whole lot of, wondering and worries, and this is how men, you like get mental issues, and affects people's health, and people get affected from these type of things in all different ways, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing acceptable about a woman or man cheating on their other half and going out to go, just open themselves up and make themselves vulnerable to bring forth all type of sickness and turmoil to the future of their family. So definitely, it's just not tolerated. Zero tolerance when it comes to cheating and disrespect to me on my end.
I have a question for you. So what do you call, so you don't believe in relationships. So what, when you're with a woman, what is that? Is it just a family or because you don't believe in dating? So what do you call when you and a woman are together? What do you call that?
Oneness, wholeness.
Okay.
As the ancestors did it, why do we need someone outside of me and you? We love each other. Why do we need someone outside of us to determine our love for one another? Why do we have to have a title? Why do we have to be in an engagement process? Like I said, I'm a historian. I kind of want to restore things back to nature. So that's just my mentality on it. And I'm trying to do things the naturalist way and actually raise my children to do the same. So, I got this thing in my mind to where I want my children to want to be able to grow up with their so-called husbands and wives. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no dating processes and my daughter's getting hurt because this knucklehead don't know how to respect her, or my son running around here being just anything and running in any other woman and all that. No, you're going to find you a woman that where you ain't got to worry about, learning her and all this, and he ain't got to learn you and all that. You already known each other since your youth. You fell in love since your youth, and you should bring forth a family together and do it the same way the ancestors did it in nature. Nobody can determine your love for the next, and nobody can tell you when and where to bring forth life. That's just the way I feel about it. That's my mentality on it. So, I know it's a little out there. People probably won't get it, but I hope I dropped the certain listening ears.
I would like to connect with you, just to try to, because I don't really know much about your views, so I'm open to everything. So just to understand where you're coming from and stuff like that, I would definitely love to connect, to hear your views and your thoughts on stuff like that.
Oh, most definitely. That's, I appreciate that. And we'll definitely link up. I would like to get you on some of my open panels and live streams also, Ash.
Thank you. Mike, we will end with you on this question. If she cheated, would you give her a second chance?
So I have to really say, dealing with timing. If she was a girlfriend, somebody who we were dating, different things like that, then yeah, I will leave the relationship. However, with a marriage, it's totally different. And I'm not saying that cheating is easy to deal with. That's actually the most hardest thing to deal with when it does occur. Before, at least in the Christian, before you marry, you make these vows never to do this and that, through goodness, do better or worse, through sickness and health, to death do you part. And we do find us a lot of times that a lot of people don't honor their vows. They don't honor their vows. If that was to happen to me, it depends. It really depends. Jesus has definitely need to be in my heart, because just face it, it hurts. Especially when it comes from somebody who you vow to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, it's one of those things. My thing is, that has happened. People have gotten over the situation and moved on with life. Me, like I said, first thing I would like to know is why. What did I do? What happened? And then we can probably work our way from there. So I can't really give a yes or no answer. But I would try to, figure out what's going on and try to work things out.
Answer.
Let me tell y'all something. Cheating is a motherfucker, man. When a woman cheat on you, you could be married to her, you could be in a relationship with her, whatever the situation is, or whatever you have, right? To sit there and you know that she cheated, and when you lay down with her at night, let's say you do give her a chance. Every time you lay down with her, you gotta worry, think about, oh my gosh, she was speaking to this other guy. Did she enjoy the sex? Was it good? Was it good to her?
Yep.
And so thinking that over and over and over again. Was she not around? Is she talking to him? When you having sex with, is she thinking about him? Man. So that's the start right there, man. That's
yep, like you said, it's not easy. It is not easy. Infidelity is one of those things that can be the deal breaker. It's not easy to recover over, but you can recover over.
Infidelity, and like you just said, if I move on to the next question, and my statistic, 40% of women, 40%, has admitted to infidelity. And part of that 40% is a lot of married women, y'all. All right, so next question. I'm gonna go with KJ. Women come in all shapes and sizes, right? Does size matter to you?
Nah, but obesity does.
You want to explain that, or that's it?
No, well, yeah, I'll explain it. I mean, the thing is this: if I love you and I'm protecting you, part of my job is to let you know, hey, look, back away from the table and go exercise.
That's why you my man.
Because the thing is,
I hope you wouldn't say it like that. I really hope you wouldn't say it like that. Like, back away from the table, go exercise. Like, that is so rude. Like,
no, here's the thing. She loved me, I love her. So I'm gonna sit here and let you die because you like to eat.
I understand what you're saying, but it's a better way to say that. Like, I just hope that you wouldn't tell her to back away from the table. Like, that is, to me, that's rude.
I don't know how that would go, but it would definitely be somewhere along them lines. Take care of yourself. The Bible says your body is your temple. You only get one. I mean, we live in a country where 70% of America is obese, and we won't address it. Every New Year it's the same thing. I'm getting my body right for the summer. I'm saying, every New Year it's the same shit. Or I gotta get ready for the summer. No, you gotta save your damn life.
Right. Forget the summer. Mike Allen, does size matter?
KJ is funny. The size matter. Size don't matter. However, you can't be sloppy with it. You know what I'm saying? You can be big and beautiful and, keep yourself up and, there's some beautiful full-figured women out there.
Yes,
my wife.
Yes,
yeah, they call what they call.
Stallions.
Oh, I tell you, wait, this panel, boy, y'all guys. but yes, yeah. My thing is, as long as it keeps it neat and classy, and you know what I'm saying. You know, you can be big and beautiful, not big and sloppy. You know what I'm saying.
What do you? I guess I'm confused. So like, when you say sloppy, like, or keep it, like, what does that mean? Does that mean you wear Spanx all the time? Does that mean you wear clothes that are not form-fitting? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. My thing is, you know what I'm saying, you know, if you are large, if you big, my thing is, you know what I'm saying, you dress to accordingly. My thing is, you shouldn't be going out and your belly all hanging out, you know what I'm saying, or wearing too small clothes and different things like that. You know, have some kind of self-respect for yourself. I mean,
well, you know what? Let me jump in real quick because I'm gonna defend beautiful, thick women out here. Because to be honest with you, correct me if I'm wrong, O, because O gonna back me up. And a lot of people, I might get some backlash, but a lot of that comes. If you just say what you just said, Mike Allen, a lot of that comes from the skinny women. They are the ones that's really out here wearing the small clothes and showing their little, you know, their little tails and all this and all that. Am I lying? Oh, if I'm wrong, I could be wrong.
I'm gonna put it to you just like this: not wrong, but you're not right. But I'm gonna back you up on this. I'm gonna let you know there are some people out there that be wearing some things. You say, "Wait a minute, now you know damn well you shouldn't be walking out."
Well, you should be wearing it. Yeah, exactly.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But they do it anyway. I know I look good. You know this is how I look good. Everybody look nice, got on it with that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, that's not it.
Oh,
so,
okay. So
thank you, all that.
Can I say something?
Well, you can go next.
I'm saying all of that is stopping. You just say, look, baby, slow down. You're killing yourself.
You're gonna get cursed out, ain't you? It's just straight up. You're gonna get cursed out. You're gonna get cursed out, man. You say some stuff like that to him, and she go, "Who the you think you is?"
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. She's still alive, though.
Okay, she's still alive. Okay.
You can't tell her that she need to back away from the table or you killing yourself, because at the end of the day, she has to lose the weight for her. You can tell her 5 million times she need to back away from the table. She's not going to do it until she's ready.
Okay, and you know what happens? I got to go because you're not going down on my watch.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yes. Listen.
That is horrible.
Listen, obesity. Okay, look, let's back up a little bit, right? As a woman, you see all of these memes, right? Oh, you know, they got all these memes of these dudes with the muscles and they working out good and they look well and all that. It's a reason why they look that way. Health and wellness is very important. So I'm saying, if you wake up tomorrow and your husband is 450 pounds and he's 5'8", you have a responsibility to let him know, hey, look, baby, you killing yourself. You have to make a different lifestyle choice. And that's all I'm saying. I wouldn't leave right off the bat, but I've been telling you for 3 years, you got to lose weight to save our family.
Okay, so when you say you've been telling her for 3 years, what have you done to help her? Have you taken her to the gym? Have you walked around the track with her? And hold on, let me finish. And a lot, because I'm not the same size I was when I was in high school. But listen, I've had 3 kids, and 2 of those kids came via C-section. So don't sit up here and tell me I need to back away from the table when I nearly lost my life giving birth to your children.
No. Here's what I'm saying. You're saying you're not the same size from high school.
No, not at all.
So, well, we're talking about health and wellness. If you are obese, that's a detriment to your family. Now, so at that point, it's not about you. You have to remove yourself and think about us. I would much rather you be mad at me than for your ass to be dead because you didn't want to listen to what I had to say.
I'm gonna go to Donnie, but I got a quick.
Maybe it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Because listen, if you would have said that to me, you could have said that to me, we would have had some serious problems. If you said that to me,
Mr.
how you
Cuffs.
said it.
Y'all been fighting.
Can I just say this one thing and I'm gonna leave it alone? Because I hear that a lot. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. Now here's the thing. We ain't dealing with children. We dealing with adults. You know exactly who I am as a person. That's right. So now that I'm on your ass, I gotta watch what I gotta say.
Right.
I can only speak for me. Had you had said that to me,
hey, be mad all day long.
Don't worry about leaving. I would have left you had you said that to me.
Okay.
I would have left.
I hope you make better lifestyle choices. You'll thank me later.
Goodness.
Donnie, finish it off, Donnie. Come in all shapes and sizes.
Hey, shout out to the brother KJ, man. You done lit the whole show on fire, man. Hey. Hey, look, I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say it doesn't matter due to the fact of, as Sister Ash just spoke on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women are not actually obese. They're actually like, it's like in their, I want to say like DNA, it's in their genes to carry on the same curves when they come into their motherhoods as their ancestors. You see what I'm saying? Like when we look into history, we see a lot of the mother goddess, the figurines that were carved by the ancient paleo peoples of the Neolithic and monolithic periods, you know, all shapes and sizes. You see what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with this. A woman's size doesn't determine her beauty, is what I'm basically trying to say. What I'm saying is, you know, like I say, everybody has one for themselves. You know, everybody has a love out here. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely doesn't take away from their beauty. Now, me personally, as you can see my name, I'm a vegan, you know what I'm saying? So I do promote a whole lot of health, you know what I'm saying? That's what my lifestyle is about. I've been a vegan going on like 5 years now. So, you know, I've actually been in that same situation and shit with my children's mother and shit, you know what I'm saying? Where I actually I didn't come off like the brother KJ said, you know, but I definitely you know, to him shit and told her, you know what I'm saying, as you know, the things that I was learning through my journey and stuff, and you know how she used to complain about certain things and she wanted to lose weight in certain areas and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So I would chime in and tell her about certain, you know, things that she can do, certain foods that she can eat, something that she can cut out of her diet and stuff like that. But if I was to say something indirectly or particular about the way she's looking, she would get offended. You know what I'm saying? So I know what you're saying and shit from a woman's standpoint and shit, you know. Especially a woman who has confidence in herself, you know what I'm saying? She's not gonna tolerate anything like that and shit. She already feels beautiful in and out, and you're not gonna be able to tell her otherwise. Now, I like KJ was speaking on, which he is true in his quote when saying that the health and obesity is a big thing. Just because a woman's big don't mean she's obese. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the obesity is the case, then you're bringing on health problems for the children that me and you plan on bringing forth now. You know what I'm saying? Like when people say that, you know, like diabetes and, you know, high blood pressures and high cholesterol and stuff like that, these things, you'll hear the doctors tell you that these are hereditary. You see what I'm saying? They use the word hereditary, you know what I'm saying? When actually it's really not hereditary and shit. You know, if it is hereditary or it is in your genes, you can actually flip that and help yourself. You can actually look into what you can do to actually help yourself away from those type of, you know what I'm saying, situations and stuff like that. But no, I don't think it matters. It may matter to each one's, you know what I'm saying, their view of what they think, you know, a woman should look like, you know what I'm saying? But I just I don't have anything wrong with a big woman. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Now, obese, like I said, that's a different thing. Like if you're going to the, one of these women, who go to the doctors and stuff like that, she's also into, her well-being and stuff like that. And the doctor's telling her, where you borderline this, or, you know what I'm saying? You got this coming, or we seeing this in your blood or stuff like that. Now, if a woman, like I said, if she thoroughly know herself and understands her persona and what she wants to do for, as far as like in her motherhood and bringing forth life, then she would do all that she can to help herself for the sake of her children that she's going to bear. You know what I'm saying? So she would do all that. But if a woman is, would see that, or, get these signs and indications and have no care, no, you know what I'm saying? No drive to want to help herself, then that's not the type of woman that I would want to be dealing with, and, we have any type of plans on bringing forth a child with.
Good stuff, fellas. I'm getting ready to go to Ashley in a second, but and this guy be a long, y'all ain't got to do a long answer, just something quick. When I asked the question, I said, women come in all shapes and sizes. And then I asked the question, does size matter? And then instantly, mostly everybody said or jumped to big, thick women. I never said nothing about big women. Why can't it be the small women?
Well, I mean, I don't think nobody gonna complain about it.
I ain't get.
Well,
I never got a chance to answer that. The size doesn't matter for me neither. But no, I don't. It really don't. Personality does. The chemistry does. Her spirit does. That's what matters the most. She could be looking gorgeous as all outdoors. She could be skinny, fat as I don't know what, or just no shape at all. If she got a personality that makes you say, yeah, that's all that matters. Because, I mean, you got plenty of badass joints out here that be trashy and just ratchet as I don't know what. And then, it ain't always got to be she big, this, that, and the other, she got to lose weight. And even if she was, not saying obese, but like borderline or getting to that part of saying, oh, damn, I kind of want to lose weight. I'm the initiator. I'll be like, instead of me saying do things you got to do, I'll be like, come on. See, the one thing about it is that you got to be a leader in this social situation. You start seeing that she's like, oh, man, I'm trying to look. Come on, babe, let's go get some bicycles real quick. Come on, babe, let's go to the gym. Come on, babe, I got us a gym membership. Come on, babe, look at this. Let's eat this instead of that. And then even she be like, I don't want to eat that. All right, you still got to set the example, because what's going to happen with you, like you said, KJ, you are the star of the show. Once they start seeing you shine, they're going to be like, I got no choice but to shine with you, so we go ahead and get along with you. Now, shine together. So size does not matter. It's the personality, chemistry that y'all have together. That's what matters about the person. She is well off being who she, you got to accept her for who she is, number one. As is, all great. Bottom line. So that's it. That's my answer.
Good stuff right there, bro. Ashley?
All right. So Belle Biv DeVoe said it best. Never trust a big butt and a smile. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how important is the physical appearance, whether a big butt, long hair, complexion, or whatever? How important is the physical appearance when it comes to a female that you are pursuing? And I will start with KJ.
I would say 5.5, 6. I mean, because looks fade. Your spirit is what's going to keep you. So I mean, that's just how they go. Of course, a big butt or whatever you into, all of that is a bonus. But if she doesn't have the ability to know how to be a woman to you, she can have the biggest butt in America. It won't even matter.
Oh.
Well, what can I say? I'm attracted. It's all about who you attract, for real. For real. I mean, I done had them big butt, big point size butt. It don't really matter to me. It's all about what's in here and what's in here. So, I mean, like KJ said, it's a bonus, I guess. Everybody's made and however you made and however you shaped is how you come out. That's how you come out, you know? So is it a bonus? Is it something I look forward to looking to? Like, oh man, she gotta have this, she gotta have that. Not necessarily. Attraction attracts what it attracts. Whoever likes it with the eye of the beholder, so be it. So, yeah.
So is it safe to say that that's a 5 for you? Like, it doesn't matter?
It's a 5 because it's balanced. I done been with 10s before and it'd be unbalanced, and you say, okay, I already see what this is about. Everybody's looking dead at your ass. Everybody want to talk to you because they want to look at your ass, want to get up in your ass, and it's just like, I done been with girls that been like, oh, hey, you want to be like friends? You be like, nah, I see what they see. They doing all this stuff because they like and want to get up in that. So, that's why I look at, 5, balance. I got to be balanced with that. So.
Donnie?
I'm going to go ahead and be real. It's about an 8 or 9 to me. I'm going to go ahead and be all the way genuine with it. It's about an 8 to a 9 for me. But as the brother said, though, it's all in their mental mind frame. I'm just speaking on my particular preference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, there's something in me. I always like certain features in women and stuff like that. I love the dynamic shape of the hips when they poke out. You know what I'm saying? I love that, that shape, that figure. You know what I'm saying?
Lord. Yes, Lord.
That just intrigues me about it, and that's what attracts my eye. Now, I can be attracted by that, and then, try to do my thing, try to go holler until I want to get to know them. So then we start to get to knowing each other, and then her mind ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just not what it's all about. But if just my preference, that's what attracts me and shit. I like, I like my woman to be looked at as a goddess. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. I'm being all the way real.
Good stuff, bro.
Mike?
I can honestly say that I'm a blessed young man because my wife has it all. So, but I'll go with a 7. My thing, just like the other guys have expressed, I rather deal with somebody as far as the personality. It makes no sense if you can be in a relationship with somebody who you just can't stand, all because of how they look, just because they're 10. I done dealt with some very different young ladies in my past, but they weren't worth anything. They weren't worth shit, actually. But yeah, I know you laugh. Go ahead. That's fine. I know. I'm just telling you the truth. But my thing is, I say about a 6 or 7. But you know what I'm saying? You need some eye candy, something to look at. You know what I'm saying? So I say about 6 or 7.
All right, fellas. We had a good show, y'all. We are rolling. We actually got our last 2 questions, but I'm gonna give Ashley the option if she has a bonus question. All right. I'm gonna take over the last 2. Here we go. Oh, what do a woman do that upsets you?
Interesting.
Lord have mercy. What can I say? Man, I can't even go into the vault. I can't go into the vault. I have so many that's in the vault. Man, oh God. On our last episode of Cool Rob Show, let me stop. When they say, when their actions and their words don't match, that's all that really makes me upset. And the actions and the words do not match. This is the reason why I'm like, you gotta listen to the actions. And it's just, this is something that I had to learn from women that taught me this. You know what I'm saying? They say never listen to an act. Don't never listen to a woman's words. Listen to her actions, because she could tell you, "Baby, I love you. You love me," and you be sitting there like, "Yeah." If you the kind of person that'll just be green to everything, if you're oblivious and want to be oblivious or play dumb to what kind of game she's pulling. And you see her actions about, okay, I'm about to hop on this plane, I'm about to jet up out of here. I didn't need to invite you. I didn't want to, take, I heard you got a passport. You want to come along with me? Let's get some tickets. Let's go out of town. Let's go out of the country. I'm gone. Come back. Yeah, I love you. Well, what were you at not too long? What were you at 2 weeks ago? Well, I was just with some. And you can't give me the full story, much less the pictures. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, the actions and the words, they have to match. If they don't match, I'm out. Simple as that.
Donnie.
Like a tough question for me. I can't really pinpoint things. I love everything about a woman. So I guess what I would say what I dislike about a woman, I can only think of the things that I've been through with my women in the past and the things that they've done to me. Like, I've had a woman before who always liked to keep count on shit like that, and and want to measure up the things that she did for me and things that I didn't do and shit. Like, I don't like that. I had a woman cheat on me before. Of course, don't no man like that, I guess any woman in particular who carries herself in a flaunting, whoredom type of way with her mentality is this like I said before, I love a woman with shape, but I don't like a woman who likes to flaunt her shape. I don't like a woman who likes to expose herself and, get on the internet as we were speaking on, got the OnlyFans going, and every time, she posting, she in certain poses and, and shit like that, all this attention, like, that would be the thing that I would dislike in a woman that I'm dealing with. But of course, I wouldn't be dealing with a woman like that. So it's hard for me to say anything that I dislike about a woman, because if I dislike anything about a woman, I'm not dealing with it.
Good stuff right there. Mike.
I say women who try to be a man, try to act like a man. That really bothers me a lot. It bothers me, that vexes my soul. You're woman, you know what I'm saying? You do woman things, you stay, don't try to, run things and different, step out of your lane. Just be the beautiful young woman that you are, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be, yeah.
KJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, number one is when I don't get the time and attention I desire, it's a problem. The sad part is, a lot of men are macho men, so they act like we don't require time and attention. But we actually do. So yeah, when I don't get that, it's an issue.
All right, here's my last question, fellas. Donnie, are you open to marrying or accepting a woman that's believe in a different religion than you?
No. And I don't have a religion. I have this it's a right or wrong thing with me. It's we don't have to believe on what's right or wrong when it comes to us and how we're going to move forward in our future. So I don't think religion has anything to do with that or will play a part in that. I definitely couldn't accept no woman who has a religion and trying to bring it on to me. That I would have a problem with. Now, if we can talk about it and come to the understandings of some things mentally to where we can make this work without that being a problem, then it's okay. But if she's too religious, I don't think it's gonna work with me because I'm not a religious person. I'm more so I'm a naturalist and a realist. I don't deal with religion or belief.
I'm gonna go to O before I get to the happy married man. O.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like Donnie. I don't have a religion. I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, but it's like my parents let me know a break. Like, you pretty much go out there and learn whatever you want. at the same time, you know what's spiritual to you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But to be honest with you, I've come across women that were from the same religion that I was in, I grew up in, and made me say, I don't want to be near you, you know, or like Donnie say, too religious. Anybody who's too religious, I've learned from so many experiences with women who were extra religious that literally they're trying to hide something. You know, they're really trying to hide something to, I mean, it's ain't gotta be women. It could just be anybody. They're trying to hide something. Some type of skeleton in a closet that's not trying to come out. And it's like, I gotta personify, I gotta put this up as.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear me, but I can hear you, but your picture went out. All right, I'm gonna switch the question up to Mike Allen and KJ because y'all happily married. So if y'all beautiful wives would decide one day to just want to go in a different route, right? She want to become a Muslim. I'm just giving examples. Or she want to do something different than what y'all already established. Will that be a problem, or would you accept that, Mike Allen?
Would I accept it? That's a hard question, man. That's something. Yeah, you actually, it depends on, saying her practices and her practices. My thing is, if she still treats me like the man I am, still, still holds those qualities. I gotta go with no. My thing is, because my thing is, and it's not religion, it's relationship. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's relationship. There's two different things between religion and relationship. And my thing is, I feel as though is that, and it's just me as, if you don't have a relationship, God, how can you have a real relationship with me? To be what I would like you to be as a wife. So, there you got it.
You true to your word, bro, because you mentioned that earlier and something else when you were answering. So I'm listening, bro. And KJ, take us home.
Yeah, so this woman that we're speaking of, she already married to me, right?
Right, because you married, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, if she wants to change things up, I have no choice but to accept her change. But I want to know what made you flip. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, I'm also going, I got to dig deeper into that because I was designed by God to be a leader. So if you flipped, I'm going to think that something happened with me to whereas you decided not to follow my example anymore. But as far as, her wanting to make a change, I have no choice but to accept it. I mean, that's not, I can't answer or not whether we will continue to be married because your spirit is everything. So if we're not standing on the same thing spiritually, what do we have? You know what I mean? Because I always hear people say, oh man, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. It's important to remember that the devil is a spirit also. I mean, so if we're going to talk about spirits, we really got to dig deep into that. But yeah, I mean, I would have no choice but to accept the change. But I just got to dig deeper into the why and how I'm going to move going forward.
Ashley.
I do have a bonus question.
Well, before you get your question,
okay.
Married woman, if your husband decided to change some things up, would you accept it?
Yes. Um, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I go to church when church is open. But my husband is not religious. He does not. He believes in God, but he does not go to church. So if he came home today and said, "Hey, I'm Muslim today," I just feel like when it comes to religion, religion doesn't make a person. You have religious people that are out here doing bad stuff. So it's what's on the inside of the person that counts for me. I don't believe that, if he came home today and said, "Hey, I'm a Muslim," okay, fine. I don't have to practice Islam just because you're a Muslim. Like, I can still be a Christian. For me, it's about what's on the inside, and I don't believe that just because he decided to change his beliefs, that's not a deal breaker for me.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, if you have when you have kids, and I think you do in that situation did occur, what would you prefer to raise your kids as, or would that kind of clash or coincide to the raising of your child?
That's a good question. I never thought of that, but I would prefer to raise our children under the Christian belief. But of course, him being their dad, he also has his input. So, I mean, I can't really answer that question because I've never really thought that far. That is an actually good question. But I mean,
It's a real
I'm their
question.
mother.
Real.
I'm their mother.
Because even though I'm telling you I don't have a religion now, doesn't mean that I've never had one.
Right.
I believe in Christianity. I believed in the Bible. I was an Israelite for 8 years. I've studied Islam. I've studied damn every religion that's under the sun right now. But what I'm gonna tell you is, it can become like you said. That's a great question because it can become a problem later on because it can cause conflict on your principles of life. So like it's not. I know it's easy saying that it's all on how you is on the inside, but a lot of people don't realize that your beliefs and your religion that you believe in kind of actually shapes and molds your mentality of how you're going to feel on the inside. So if your man is a Muslim or you're a Muslim and he's a Christian, the deeper he get into Muslim, his belief system will contradict yours. Y'all be serving two different deities. Y'all be under two different principles of life with two different promises of the future and how things are supposed to be. So it will definitely come into conflict and bring all types of problems when it comes to you bringing forth children and deciding how do you want to teach your child on how this world is and how everything came to be. And I've actually been through that. And I've actually lived and tried to make it work. And it really didn't work out on my end. But that wasn't the only thing. It was many other things. But I actually can see how your religion can play a major role into your other half if y'all not on the same page later on in the future. It may not in the beginning, but as one gets studying, like you said, there's a lot of people that believe in God or the Most High. That's what we used to call him, the Most High. A lot of people believe in the Most High, but don't go to church. When I was young, my mother didn't raise us in church, but I was considered a Christian because my family were Christians. I knew of I knew of Christ. I knew of the teachings. I knew of the doctrine. I knew it all because my family were, so, and we were raised a certain way. And when my Uncle Stevie came home from jail, when he did almost like 15 years in prison, he came home from jail a full-blown Muslim. And he was talking things, and it kind of caused a lot of conflict in the household with his sisters and other family members and stuff like that. He trying to teach me certain things, and my other cousins and them. So it can, yes, these things bring forth problems amongst our people, and especially when it's in the same household and you're not on the same accord.
Ashley, bonus.
I have a bonus question. So my bonus question is, when it comes to your relationship, your marriage, your situationship, who comes first? Your mother or your wife, your girlfriend, or your significant other? Who comes first? And I will start with Donnie.
Your other half. Your other half, your other half is who you became wholeness with, and you have an immediate family of your own. So you have to take care of your family first and foremost, and that's just what it is. I don't see no other way around that.
Mike?
Oh, definitely my wife. You know, and like I said, Bible, you know, going based off the Bible, you know what I'm saying? You should leave your parents, come home with your wife. My wife comes before anything. Yeah.
KJ?
My wife and kids definitely first. And I mean, and if I could, can I elaborate on that?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm only saying this because a lot of people, you know, believe that, you know, it can go a lot of different ways. And my thing with that is, how can you not put what you created first? You know what I mean? Because I think like Mike was saying, according to the Bible, you get married, you leave your parents' nest. So yeah. It's like, if you're involved in everybody else's affairs, how you gonna take care of your own? So, yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm not married, so I don't even have children. So at the end of the day, I gotta put myself first. But realistically, if I had a family, put my wife first, put the kids first. That's number one, you know, because you pretty much, that's your family. You got to do it. Once the family comes, you sacrifice. That's the biggest sacrifice you already made. You created a family. You and your significant other. So that right there, woman and the kids come first.
What a way to end the show, y'all. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you did so. Thank you so much. So great. As my co-host. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, fellas. Y'all brought it tonight, man. I appreciate you. All right, be a shout out, y'all. Let's get it. Mike Allen, the coolest name I know. You got any shout outs?
Well, I'll like give a shout out to my wife. She's my rock, my everything. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Tawana Barber. I told you I was going to do it. Tawana Barber, Second Chance Barbershop on Hamilton, one of the best in the city.
Hey, y'all, that's my I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's my man. KJ.
I was just there yesterday.
Just there yesterday, y'all. KJ, any shout outs?
Yeah, man. But before I get into the shout outs, man, I just want to clear up the the obesity and the size thing. I want everybody to know I'm speaking along the lines of a woman with obesity. So we don't want to get that mixed up. But yeah, man. Shout out to my wife and kids, man. You know, I love them. They know that. Shout out to you, Rob, for having me again, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing it again. Thanks a lot.
Told you, brother, I'm gonna work with you forever, bro. This is the start. Oh, any shout outs?
Shout out to the whole entire cast and crew tonight from the show, should I say. Man, what can I say? Shout out to the barber as well also too. You know what I'm saying? At Second Chance for, you know what I'm saying, getting me tightened up yesterday. But yeah, pretty much that's my shout out for tonight. I ain't really got much to say.
Donnie.
Yeah, shout out to you all on the panel. Shout out to the host and the co-host, Cool Rob TV and Sister Ash. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man KJ. Like I said, you lit the show on fire tonight and shit. Well, I appreciate you for that, man. Shout out to Mike. I ain't seen him in a while. It's been years. Shout out to the whole world. Shout out to everybody that's going to view this video. Shout out to all the Conscious family. Shout out to everyone who's pushing for change and want to bring forth righteous living for all of our people of color and everybody that's the melanated family all across this plane that we call Earth. Shout out to the world.
And Sister Ashley.
Shout out to my husband and my children, and justice for Breonna Taylor. However that justice looks, or however that justice comes, what it looks like, just justice for Breonna Taylor.
Right there. Shout out to the panel. Thank you so much for taking time out your busy schedules coming on. I really appreciate every one of you. Shout out to my daughters, Raven and Nevaeh. If and when y'all see this video, I love you, I love you, I love you. Shout out to my subscribers. Like I always say every video, it's touching the soul. When the soul is touched, it's a beautiful thing. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right, y'all. Where can they find you? Where can they follow you? And where can they subscribe to you? Mike Allen.
Oh, you catch me on Facebook, Michael Allen. You see that Redskin shirt on, you know what I'm saying, that wonderful Redskin shirt. Or you can hit me up on Instagram.
Man, I wish my name was Mike Allen. Where can they find you? Where can they follow you? And where can they subscribe to you at?
They can find me on Facebook, Office, as always. And you can also find me on Instagram. 2 of my pages, Office on everything, but it's pretty much underscores. But just make sure you type my name, Office. And if you type my name backwards, you'll find Supposed to Flow, which is basically my clothing line and shoe line. So that's on Instagram for both Office on everything, and the Suit Flow, or Supposed to Flow on Instagram.
I was getting ready to ask you to say that line. There you go, brother. AJ, where you can find you, where can they follow you, and where can they subscribe to you at?
Oh, yeah, man. Check me out on Twitter at sports_Primero, you know, and that's sports_PRIMERO. And we just on there, you know, talking sports, man, discussing current events and whatever else. So check me out.
Greedy Vegan.
All right, you can catch me. You can find me on YouTube under Greedy Vegan. You can find me on Instagram under Greedy Vegan. You can find me on Facebook under Greedy Vegan. Holler at your boy.
Sister Ashley, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Ashley B. It's ASHELYBEE on Facebook.
You can find me on Facebook at Robert Matthews. You can find me on YouTube, Cool Rob TV, all caps. That's it. All right, y'all. Last words. I love the whole show. Y'all rock this. I cannot wait till I review this thing and this thing come out, man. The fellas brought it tonight, man. Last words. I love it, man. You always knock it out the park. Office, man. Any last words?
Keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive as always. And nevertheless, just keep pushing. That's all we can do. That's all we got. No choice but to do. So, yeah.
Beautiful Sister Ashley, any last words?
Last words. Love life, and everything you do, the sky is the limit.
Damn, I wish my name was Mike Allen. Mike Allen.
You know what? You're going to be the honorary Mike Allen, okay? Yeah, nothing, man. Love life. Life live. Love, love, love. You know what I'm saying? We all we got.
AJ, any last words?
For me, always at 0 because God is first.
Donnie, any last words?
You never limit yourself to anything. You are more than what you actually think you are.
My last words, let's save our children, because the children is our future. And no matter what you're doing out here, no matter what you're doing, because the panel and the beautiful Sister Ashley is an example of what I'm getting ready to say. You should never give up. Never give up. Never give up. Man, for the coolest name on Facebook, Mike Allen. The guy that questions everything, Greedy Vegan. My boy KJ, I've been knowing him for 35 years. I just met him 2 weeks ago. My boy O. I love you, brother. I love all the brothers. And Sister Ashley. And I'm Cool Rob. And I always end off every show with Cool Rob's in the building. Over and out. I don't have my mask, but self-promotion is the best, y'all. Over and out. I got this bottle. I hate bottles. Over and out, y'all. I slam it hard because I hate bottles. I go crazy when I get a bottle in my hand. Over and out, y'all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. I love you. The panel love you. We all love you. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.